Hello, my name is Maya and I'm a member of the Community Involvement Team. I'd like to welcome you to the Virtual Health Fest 2020 organized by Oxford Health NHS Foundation Trust. I would like to take you to a food journey to my state Kerala. Kerala is located in the southern part of India. The type of cooking that we follow in our households are fairly simple and healthy. We try to incorporate locally available produce in most of our dishes. Kerala being renowned for its spices and coconut, you would definitely find a lot of coconut and spices in our recipes. On 31st of August 2020, Keralites all over the world celebrated Onam. Onam is our harvest festival, and for this Onam, we do have an elaborate spread of 20 to 25 dishes, and these are only vegetarian dishes. Today, I would like to introduce to you Beetroot Pachdi. This is one of the dishes that we serve for our Onam Sadhya. This particular recipe is also available on my blog. The name of my blog is mayaslab.com. I do have an Instagram handle which is called Maya's Lab Recipes, and the same Maya's Lab is the name for my Facebook page. Please follow my blog for more recipes which are close to Kerala. Now let's go to my kitchen and then let's start with our beetroot pachadi. Necessary ingredients for the recipe. We'll start with the main part of the dish, the coarsely grated beetroot. So, I've taken one green chili. Since my family likes a little bit more of spice, I've cut it into two pieces, so it will release the heat a little more. But if you think it will be too spicy for you, I would suggest just putting a slit on it. I've finely chopped shallots, around three shallots, and we prefer shallots in our recipes because we find the onions are sweeter. And for the tempering, we would need mustard, two dried red chilies. These are for tempering, so it will not be too spicy. But at the same time, okay, these are all optional. If the red chilies are optional, I've also used two sprigs of curry leaves and some coconut oil. So coconut oil is a base. And last, I've whipped up the natural set yogurt. For a vegan alternative, I would suggest using coconut milk. Kerala was a state which used to trade globally. So we've had traders come from all over the world, and naturally we have also incorporated that knowledge that all these traders brought in. One of it is having a wok. We find this is just the right size for most of our dishes, and we are able to make most of our curries, gravies, everything in the same. So for today, I've used a wok. I'm pouring roughly 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. You don't need too much. You just need just a little bit to saute the shallots and the green chili. So now I can feel the warmth coming from the heated up oil. So to this, first what I would do is I would add the green chili. Yes. If you come closer, you would notice that there are these small blisters when the chili is getting slightly burnt. Okay. Add the shallots, the chopped shallots. Okay, now the shallots have slowly caramelized, lightly. Not all of it is caramelized, but a slight caramelization, but most of it is translucent. Now to this, what we do is we add the beetroot. So since I have actually used cooked beetroot, which is available in the supermarkets, but you could use raw beetroot or any sort of beetroot. Because it's a cooked version, I do not need to saute it too much. and its raw smell is gone. But if you're using uncooked beetroot, then I would suggest that you saute it till the raw smell of the of the beetroot is gone. Of the 2 sprigs of curry leaves that I had taken, I take a little bit. See, I've used fresh curry leaves. You could use dried curry leaves or whatever is available. What I've done is I've just pinched them together with my hand and then added it. I prefer adding it raw so that it doesn't lose its flavor and it has a certain fragrance. At this stage, I would stop. So I've stopped the flame. Please use salt as according to your taste and use this as a vegetable side dish. You could have this with rice, you could have this with roti, you could have this with naan, or you could have this with bread. Now what we're doing is we're going to add yogurt to this. Again, what I said for the vegan alternative is you could use coconut milk. Reduce or add more yogurt depending on your preference. Transfer the yogurt into the dish that you would like to serve it. Temporary, naturally, we would need another tablespoon of coconut oil, the mustard seed, the dried chili, and the curry leaves. This is completely optional and a personal preference. A tablespoon of oil, coconut oil. You have to wait for the oil to heat up. Okay, you don't want it to smoke. I've actually put 1/4 teaspoon of mustard seeds. So that's the mustard seeds starting to crackle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off the heat because the oil is hot enough and we do not need anything. I'm cutting the curry, the dried red chili into 2. I split it into 2. And the same way, the rest of the curry leaves, I've just cut them into halves. And I would just stir it around. This way, it wouldn't make the dish too spicy, but at the same time, release all the natural flavors. So there we have a beetroot yogurt. I've tried to recreate a mini Ona Sadhya. This is no way in comparison to what we would have. So the Ona Sadhya is usually served on a plantain leaf. So this is the paper version of the same. And it always starts from acidic to alkaline. And so the acidic aspects, it's usually the papad, which is actually lentil based, and pickle and salt to taste is also kept usually. And then we start providing all the different vegetables. So there would be, so this is the beetroot pachadi that we made. There would be 3 or 4 different versions of the same pachadi with different vegetables. Some are made with pineapple, some are made with ashgard, and then there is a mishmash made with squash, etc. So this the next dish that we've kept today is called avial. Avial is actually a dish which is made with all the leftover vegetables that you make for the sadhya, with and all the hard the vegetables that are hard and remains remains in the same shape. These are the vegetables used for avial. So in this version of the avial, I've actually added zucchini because I was not able to get ashgard locally. So I've noticed that any water vegetable like a cucumber, like zucchini or courgette, which belong to the cucumber family. They make an excellent addition to the avial. And last, I've kept sambar. If you're familiar with South Indian cuisine, you would have heard about dosa sambar, idli sambar. Sambar is actually a very healthy recipe. It's made with lentils. It's cooked lentils, and you've added the vegetables, boil the vegetables in it, and added a sour ingredient like tomato and tamarind. We use tamarind pulp to give it a sour flavor. And over this, we powder. We make a sambar masala powder, which is actually made with it's a lentil based powder, but this is definitely a little more spicy. And last is the humble rice. So this is the kind of rice that we use in Kerala. It's called matta. So matta rice, and it's boiled. It's parboiled rice. It's very different from the brown rice that you're familiar with. It's not a finely polished rice like basmati or any other long grain rice that we usually any other white colored rice that you get. But this is supposed to be very healthy because we have we've tried to maintain as much of its or organic nature in it. Naturally, if you've noticed, we try to reduce the portion of our rice and increase the veggie options that we have taken. So I wish you all the very best, and thank you very much for joining me for this cooking demo. I do hope you enjoyed it. So for recipes, please refer my blog mayaslab.com, or you could follow it on Instagram or my Facebook handle. I don't usually do videos. I guess you must have understood that already because I'm very amateur at making a video. But I do hope you would enjoy it and would like to bring a little bit of Kerala into your homes. And I also thank you very much for coming to our Virtual Health Fest 2020. Take care, stay safe and healthy.